Hello everyone! I love cards with cute colored critters and a lot of stuff around them, but not everyone does. So today I'm sharing with you how to make this pretty simple card that is also great for using up all those paper strips we love to hoard. To keep the video short, I already did all my die cutting. I die cut the slimline decal edge die by a stamp corner from black cardstock and also cut a triangle from black cardstock. From golden glitter cardstock, I've die cut a star, and now I'm putting both of those pieces onto my background where I want to glue them down later. I'm using some chalk that I have had for ages and I'm applying it under and around the area where I want to be my star later. I'm doing rays from the center outwards and also put some under the top of my tree. Off camera, I lightly misted the chalk with water. Those droplets will dry invisible, but the water fixes the chalk so it won't rub off later. Here I'm bringing in some golden metallic watercolors and splatter those all over my background. I'm setting aside my background to dry and will now create my tree. Ahead I cut several strips of pattern paper with my paper trimmer. I used different sheets from this pattern paper by Stamp Corner and made my strips about 1 inch in height. I also cut a few strips from red cardstock, and those measure about 1/4 inch in height. I can now glue my strips onto the triangle I've cut from black cardstock. I'm putting a cardstock strip between the strips of pattern papers to get some contrast in between of those. Once I have covered my whole triangle, I use my scissors to cut off the overlapping parts of the stripes, simply cutting along the edge of my triangle. Magically, my desk has cleaned and I can now take care of my sentiments. I pre-cut this Noel die by CC Designs 4 times from black cardstock and once from golden glitter cardstock. I'm stacking all those die cuts on top of each other, putting the golden layer as my top layer. Then I put a stamping block on top to press the die cuts together. For the rest of my sentiment, I'm using a stamp from the Itty Bitty Holidays set by MFT. I golden heat embossed the sentiment onto a strip of white cardstock. I start with gluing my tree and star onto my now dried background. To glue down the star, I'm using some thin foam tape. I put some liquid glue onto the back of my die-cut word and then glue it onto my card, placing it half on my tree and half on my background. I'm cutting down the white cardstock with the heat embossed sentiment and cut little triangles from both ends to create little fishtails. Then I'm using foam tape again, put it on the back of my cardstock strip and glue the sentiment under the Noel. I'm gluing my cardstock onto a white, slimline sized card base. To finish off my card, I'm bringing in some small red sequins and also some red rhinestones. I'm putting the sequins where I want them to be on my card, and once I like how it looks, I use some liquid glue and an embellishment wand to glue the sequins down. The rhinestones I'm picking up directly with my embellishment wand and glue them directly onto my card where I think they might look nice. And that's it. The card is done. Thank you so much for watching.